Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Melody, and on this channel I share dog-related content. I want to help you to become a better dog owner and your dog's best friend. Today we're talking about how to get a dog to stop barking. Though it may seem like it should be easy, it's usually not. And the reason why is because too many people focus on the problem. They want their dog to stop barking, and less on the root to the problem. Why is my dog barking? And on this channel we go deeper. This is not dog training. This is more a deep dive inside of the dog owner. Who are you and how do you impact your dog's life? So without further ado, I'm going to walk you through some root causes to why a dog might be barking excessively and just all the time and uncontrollably. So one reason to why a dog is barking a whole bunch could be because it's overexcited. Maybe it doesn't get the physical exercise that it needs. Maybe he's bored. Maybe he sits home alone the whole day without going for walks or getting some sort of mental exercise. So if this is the case, a dog that barks because it's overexcited, number one, needs to go for a long, draining walk. And we're not talking about walking for 5 minutes and then stopping to smell the bushes and do a pee-pee and then walk 5 more minutes and do another pee-pee. We're talking about walking. We're talking about goal-oriented walking, where absolutely your dog needs to do its business, but that's a reward. So you start off by walking, start off by letting them pee or poop if they need to, and then you go about and you walk about 15-20 minutes to half an hour. Just walk. If the dog wants to smell, if it's used to, stopping every 5 minutes to smell a bush, of course it's going to try and do that. Don't let it. Just go forward and just focus on the walk, focus on walking. And slowly the dog will pick up on that, like, oh, this is what we are doing. We're not smelling bushes right now. We're walking. We have a goal. We have a mission. And if we go into this walking mode, I like to call it, where it's gonna walk, And this will help with so many problems, but I'm going to talk about that later. So the second reason why dogs may bark too much is because it's a guard dog. If people come, or animals, or whatever, cars, and the dog feels the need to guard you, to protect, it will bark. And this is nature, this is natural for the dog. But we need the dog to know that not everything, we don't need protection from everything. And in order to do that, we must become the leader our dogs need. We need to become strong and confident and let the dog know that, hey, I got this. You don't have to bark right now. I got this, okay? And that's, like I said, this is the root of the problem. It's not how to stop the dog from barking. It's about, why is my dog barking? And it's hard to, like, in the video explain, do A, B, and C, and the barking will stop. It's really hard to do that. But I'm really going to try on this channel and in this video to at least give some tips or guide you in the right direction, because the root is sometimes deep, and like I said, it's a lot of self-reflection if you truly want a change. So in order to help a dog to not bark so much when it's protective, you really need to show the dog that you can take care of yourself. So it's all about how you feel and how you interact with your surroundings. Are you feeling nervous right now? The dog will pick up on that and feel nervous too and bark. Are you feeling scared? Of course your dog's gonna pick up on that and feel the need to protect you. So it's a whole lot deeper than just going to find a solution to why my dog is barking. So really do that deep reflection inside. Why is my dog feeling insecure right now, or the need to protect me or somebody around me? Could it be because I really feel like I need protection in some way, or like I can't really stand up for myself right now. The third reason that dogs bark is they could be bored. And this goes hand in hand with number one, where they are overexcited and just need to drain some energy, because dogs do bark to drain energy. If they don't get to drain their energy through a walk or mental exercise, they will bark. They will just stand and bark. If you've ever been to a dog shelter, for example, they usually they stand in their cages and they bark, because that's the only thing they can do to try and drain some energy. And that also goes hand in hand with anxiety and all kinds of other stuff. But one of the reasons is they just have nothing better to do. And that's usually the case for dogs that are left alone, home alone. They don't know what to do. Maybe they didn't get that long, good, draining walk in the morning, for example, before the owner left them for work. And, if so, really try to get some time in the morning, get up an hour earlier if you can or something, and just take your dog for that walk. A dog needs to walk at least, 1.5 to 2 hours straight in a day, because they really need to drain that exercise and in order to become like balanced, good dogs, exercise is so important. So yeah, and if you can't, walk them yourself like that every morning, if work doesn't let you, consider hiring a dog walker, or just if you know someone that could help you with that, so that your dog can get the exercise that it needs. And the fourth reason why dogs bark is that they want attention. And this is a learned behavior. They have learned this. And dogs are smart. They do things that they benefit from. So if the dog, maybe wants your food, and it has barked, one time it barked, got your attention, and ended up somehow you gave it food, it will continue. Dogs are smart. This is my Jack Russell Terrier Annie. She's very good at this, and yeah, we're working on that. So if your dog is barking, it's most likely something that the dog feels like it benefits from. And that goes, with all of these points as well. An overexcited dog that barks, benefits from it because somehow it kind of drains energy. A dog that is protective, it barks, and usually, people listen and go away. A barking dog, people can be afraid of that and leave, and mission accomplished for the dog. And the same with bored, If a dog barks and is bored, it goes hand in hand also with getting attention, and somebody comes and, responds to that, it's a win for the dog. So yeah, if your dog is barking and it's because it just wants attention, ignore. And if it's like excessive woof, 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 woof all the time, give it a command, go lay down, teach, give it a place, and just give it another job, another task. And that task could be to lay on a specific place, to just lay down there and rest, And it takes time, and this is also, so much deeper than what I'm talking about right now. But to give your dog another task keeps it busy from doing the wrong things. So now I'm going to give you 3 questions to hopefully point you in the right direction of why your dog might be barking so much. Number 1 is, what state of mind is your dog in when it barks? Is it overexcited, or does it look scared, or is it, bored? What state of mind is your dog in when it's barking? And number 2 is, what kind of bark is it? Is it like a woof, and then 5 minutes later, woof? Or is it like excessive high-pitched woof, 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 woof? Well, yeah, I hope you get the point. Because the way a dog barks also tells me how or why it's barking, basically. If it's like woof, woof, this deep voice, it's a protective mode. If it's woof, woof, woof up here and excessive, like all the time, it's overexcitement and anxiety and insecure. It's an insecure bark, while the deep voice, woof, is more protective. So that could also tell you, how your dog barks will also tell you why it's barking, get you on the right path to why, the root problem there, why it's barking. Question number three is, in what scenario does your dog bark? Is it when you meet other dogs on the walk? Is it when it's home alone? Is it when the dog is in the dog pen or in the car? Because all of these things also play a very important part in coming to a solution, to come to the conclusion why your dog is barking, so you can fix it. If it's that your dog is always barking in the car, it could be that the dog goes into the car in the wrong state of mind, where it's maybe anxious or feel the need to protect in the car. And if so, you need to focus on drain the physical energy and put the dog in a calm mental state before going into the car, so the dog can feel relaxed once in the car. And this takes practice and time, but it's just an example how you need to really focus also on what mental state is my dog in right now when I do things, And if it's on the walk with the dog walk, the same there. You need to focus on what mental state is my dog in, and to really do this goal-oriented walk instead of just letting the dog sniff every 5 minutes or 5 seconds really helps with that too. So the dog will shift its focus from its surroundings to just focus on walking and following you. So a few tips to help you with this is, become the leader your dog needs. And there's so much more to say about just this point, but I can't emphasize this enough. It's, it's a journey. It really is. But to become the leader your dog needs means to understand your dog, to really become your best version of yourself, to become a leader. And that, if you become your dog's leader and your dog's, best friend in that way, that will spread into your entire life, When I started off with dogs, I realized this, that okay, if in order to get my dog to behave, because I had many problems with especially my first dog, Annie, with biting and barking and just everything. It was chaos. But when I realized that, okay, I need to become my dog's leader, because I was not a leader at all. I was a true follower in every scenario. When it came to people, animals, everything, I just followed. I did not feel like I was able to step up and become a leader. But the moment I realized that I had to, if I wanted my dog to be better, started that journey, things shifted. And, I ended up becoming the manager at my local McDonald's restaurant. And that's only because my leadership journey started with dogs. So tip number 2 is, make sure all of your dog's needs are being met. We're talking physical exercise, mental, state of mind. We're talking about, of course, food and water. And we're talking about leadership and rules and boundaries, limitations. It's really important to build your dog's life, basically. Not, you can't just let your dogs out and they can do whatever. You need to have some rules, boundaries, and limitations. Just like on the road, you can't let everybody drive. You have to take the driver's license first, know the rules before you can drive. Otherwise, it'll be complete disaster. It's the same way with dogs. You need to, put up kind of like a schedule, that, go for a dog walk, and it's goal-oriented. It's goal-oriented. And you need to build those boundaries and limitations and set some rules. No dog in the couch, for example, or, no dog outside of the door before me. Yeah, there's so many things you can do. And it's also usually small things. It doesn't need to be anything big and fancy, but just small rules and limitations. And tip number 3 is to learn your dog's body language. If you know your dog's body language, if you understand your dog, problems like these, they don't need to happen, because you can stop it before the root, spreads up and becomes a problem. Just learn, or learn from dogs themselves, you know, or learn from my channel. I'm going to share some of that stuff too. So you can really know your dog, and if you know your dog, you can help, well, you can prevent problems from even happening in the first place. You can build a great relationship with your dog. So yeah, that was today's video. I really hope that it helped you in some way. Like I said in the beginning, I mean, it's hard to just answer the simple question, how do I stop my dog from barking? Because there is no easy answer. There is no one answer works for all, because every single case is usually slightly different. But I really wanted to just guide you in the right way, and hopefully you got something good out of this video. And let me know in the comments down below. You can ask questions as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!